for subscribing.
Hopefully I'm not dark. I don't know. Anyway, it's the lighting. You know, sometimes you gotta do what we gotta do. I look so old. Life. So anyway, hi. Fine, thanks in yourself. Thank you. So today I'll be discussing the show that was released as a reboot, mini reboot. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's going to be into a series, apparently. But I saw this article, but I'm not sure if it's true or not. But we'll see. So it's Malcolm in the Middle. So I'm in the middle, and Malcolm is on both sides of me. I'm also the middle child. Thank you. Anyway, Anyway, so I'm going to talk about it due to the fact that I've never seen the original series. I've heard about it, but I've never given myself time to watch it. Even before this reboot was announced last year, if not mistaken, I didn't watch it. Well, no, I didn't care. So I was like in the hype mood. So I was like, let me just watch it. It's 4 episodes, quick watch, right? So anyway, here's my thoughts about the show that I have no history. Anyway, so it starts with Malcolm screaming in front of screaming in the camera. He's one of those characters that speak through the fourth wall in a way, to the camera, to the audience, about his thoughts in the middle of the scene, after the scene, before the scene, or whatever, right? Kind of like explains his own feelings about what's going on and stuff. So he's explaining that he has not seen his family for years now.
My life is fantastic now.
For years, and he's doing much better.
All I had to do is stay completely away from my family.
Sure. He's doing much better. He's working with idiots, so he said. He's working with idiots. So yeah, that's Malcolm's life at the moment. We find out that he has a girlfriend who's black. Okay. Bring some diversity into the show that never had diversity except for one black friend. So yeah, he's in a relationship with a black woman, and that also he has a daughter who's 14, 16, who's in high school. That's all I know. I don't know her age. So yeah, that's Malcolm. And then the reason why, then we found out that they have 2 extra children. Apparently the mom got pregnant towards the end of the original run of the series, I think, because I watched Alex's video. I watched his video, and apparently the mom was pregnant towards the end of that series. So the brother, that's the last brother. They have the sister that was born during the series, if I'm mistaken, calls Malcolm and says, "Hey, are you coming to Dad's and Mom's anniversary of the 40th?" And it was like, "Oh, I'm busy." He just doesn't want to see his family because apparently his family brings him a lot of non-joy. Well, they bring him the opposite of joy, apparently. So yeah, he doesn't want to go. He makes an excuse. The sister can see right through that. But anyway, so the sister's there, and then we have the brother with the big ears. I forgot his name. And then I think the second to the oldest brother, who is married to an Asian woman, and they have a child. So I mean, they are pregnant. I think they live with the parents, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know the series. So anyway, so they're planning that the mom and the father are like not necessarily disagreeing, but they're like at odds on how to plan the anniversary party. It's a party. It's 40 years. Hello, they're much in love. He's shaving. She's shaving her husband Kishini and stuff. When the daughter comes in and says, "Hey, Malcolm's not coming." Anyway. Sure, there's the brother with the big ears, if I'm not mistaken, is not present. He's in Europe, somewhere in Europe, like some country in Europe, I don't know. So he's not available physically, so he's on Zoom. Anyway, so they do that. Yeah. So yeah, that happens. The mom, and then the mom tells, the sister tells them, and then she's upset, and then they go to find Malcolm, and then Malcolm is like shocked that Mamaike found him. Apparently, I don't know if the mom knew where he lives or something like that, and the father, and then it's revealed that he has a child. They don't know that he had a child.
You have a daughter?
She's Alive?
And also the daughter doesn't know that she has abokoko nomkhulu. And like, that's such a huge lie that they just jumped over apparently. And also it also alludes to the fact that the child is also similar to Malcolm in terms of personality, in terms of the fact that she also can see the camera.
I don't cry like
So
this all the time.
that's that. So he runs away for basically for hours, trying to get away from the confrontation of lying to both child and family about each other. He calls his best friend, who's in a wheelchair, calls him and asks for help. Doesn't work. Goes back home. Child says, "Madavela I have grandparents that are alive." Whatever. So that's that.
I need to get some sleep.
I'm still mad at you.
You'll still be mad when I wake up. I believe in you.
Basically, that's the gist of the show, about Malcolm trying to get away from his family. Then family finds out, and then she tries to integrate back into the family. The family's still dealing with Malcolm's secret, and then the older brother is upset that the mom is not making it a priority.
You can't
that
even be happy
he's
for
having
me
a
about
child,
this.
and the father goes on a weed high, I think I'm mistaken, because his storyline really irritated me about how he went manic and crazy and high and stuff. Towards the end, found out that he actually was on a high binge or something like that, and then he comes to the conclusion that his children are the ones that are crazy, not him.
My genuine, deep love is an actual act of heroism.
I don't know the whole gist of his storyline, honestly. It's just stupid. And then the mother is dealing with the fact that Malcolm lied to her, and also the fact that she's planning her own anniversary party to come to realization that it's actually both of theirs and not just hers. So she also tries to censor the husband as well. And then we have the older brother who's trying to deal with finding out that they have a niece, and also the fact that Mamake is taking lightly of the fact that his wife is pregnant, and then it turns out the mom actually does care. And then we go to the other brother who lied to the father, who secretly filmed the father for YouTube and social media stuff, those prank stuff. And then the sister found out, and he was blackmailing him to tell the father, and the father finds out that he used all those things on the internet, and he's upset and disappointed at the son apologizes, and then and then the other older brother is married, or he's on a sex binge. I don't know what's going on with him. And then resolution, they go to the wedding, the anniversary. Malcolm also almost gets broken up with because of the lies, and the girlfriend also was almost arrested for domestic, almost like a attempted cha-chung, attempted cha-chung. Turns out no, there was a misunderstanding or whatever, I don't know.
Guy, and one time he beat her up and I got him arrested, but all of his buddies were cops and he got out the next morning.
Reached my apartment and kicked my door in, and I shot him.
It's just unnecessary. They go to the anniversary. He finds out, would say he should just incorporate his family back to his life for the sake of his daughter, also like for the spin-off, right? Hello, I need to be with my parents and everybody. So yeah, he comes to that conclusion. He proposes to the girlfriend, and the girlfriend's like, no, babe, you cannot propose to me in front of basically your whole family right now because you think I'm going to break up with you. And also, we don't know a lot about each other, okay? Because I lied, you lied, but mostly you lied. Like, you lied a lot, so we'll stick to dating for right now and get you to know each other. We're not jumping to I'm married. And plus, also, yeah, I forgot, the girlfriend, the mother of the child, apparently she be crazy. We don't know what type of she be crazy, but apparently she be crazy. So we're gonna
primarily being crazy.
We'll take his word for it that she be crazy. So yeah, and the daughter knows also the mom that she be crazy. So she's a whole rounded child person. She also has a life with school, and that she's bullied because she's awkward, and then the whole storyline is boring me. And this guy that she thought they had chemistry, turns out that he's a pervert asking for boob pics. Like, sis, I'm glad that she was like, yo,
What a
no,
creep.
pervert and stuff. It's like, good job. So what I did like about it is that the relationship between parents and daughter is that at least she's not a rebellious teen where she screams, she's upset, her emotions are erratic. You know, those usual father-daughter or mother-daughter relationships in movies where the child is so ununderstanding about life and the fact but yes, at the same time it's a little bit unrealistic that she was somewhat okay with the fact that she hid her grandparents from him for 14 years, 16 years. But anyway, I like the fact that she was not those usual "I hate you" a type of children. You know what I mean? Like, at least there was a child who's 14 or 16 who's somewhat understanding about what went on, what was the reason, and how we move forward, and how we incorporate all the relationships, and how to manage our feelings. And the fact that a guy is asking you about boob pics and you're like, no, not the usual, okay, no, it's wrong, it's a pervert. I like that. I really enjoyed that, because we usually don't see those type of teens in shows and movies nowadays, and even before, you know, like we get a lot of insecure girls a lot that will like, okay, well, you know what I mean? I like the fact that she like, no, this is wrong, I'm not going to do that, ew, F you know what I'm saying? I was like, yes, thank you for that writing, thank you. So I was like, oh, thank goodness. And also in books, because I read a lot of books as well, and there are a lot of teen parents, oh my gosh, to roll me up, but I'm glad. Okay, so yeah, that's it. And then the father, and they end up celebrating, and then they sit in the scene, and then she's gonna have a great poop.
It just occurred to me, my next poo is gonna be amazing.
Okay. And Malcolm talks to the camera, and both of them talk to the camera, and they like look at each other. So I don't know, apparently if he does well, they might do it into the daughter spin-off. Was it Leah in the middle? I just saw that. I don't know if it's true, but Leah in the middle. But I think Malcolm is going to make an appearance in that series. I think he might be a co-star or a recurring star, but it's mostly going to be about him. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they'll announce it in a few weeks or a few months that they'll turn into a split. I think maybe they were testing the waters, or maybe they just wanted to say, hi, we're here. But the way they ended off, it seems like they might do a reboot to the daughter version. But like, yeah, that's it. That is Malcolm in the Middle. Thank you very much. And yeah, if you watch it outside of the original and you just watch it for what it is, for me personally, I really didn't understand the father and his personality. But due to the fact that I watched Alex's video about the original series, I kind of understood a little bit about his personality. But if you watch it without the original series, I believe a lot of us will get annoyed by the father's storyline and his erratic behavior. Me personally, I find it irritating and distracting. Malcolm is very much erratic. Niall himself, he screams a lot, and sometimes it's very exhausting to watch. So yeah, I think so. And the mom here was okay, but also Naya, she's a little bit gregor, but I understand some way somehow. But like, yeah, I think the screaming was exhausting for me. I think chill, relax, calm down. But yeah, that is Malcolm in the Middle. We'll see the spin-off. I might do a video on it. Am I going to do a video on the original? I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.